Would you like to live in a perfect world where everything has been calculated and proven mathematically with no omissions and where a perfect order is maintained? Actually, let me answer this question for you. No, you don't. And Fyodor Dostoevsky presents many reasons for that. Firstly, Dostoevsky has got one special trait as a writer. On December 22, 1849, Dostoevsky was accused and then sentenced to death for allegedly taking part in anti-government activities. But moments before his execution, he was reprieved and sent into exile. This experience made him understand what the last minute of one's life feels like, and he would go on to write several existentialist books, such as Notes from the Underground. Existentialism is a philosophical belief that explores human existence and the purpose of it. Existentialism focuses on feelings and prioritizes human thoughts. It features such writers as Friedrich Nietzsche, Jean-Paul Sartre, and many more. In some way, existentialism is seen as the polar opposite of rationalism. The belief supports the idea that people are making decisions based on their emotions rather than on pure rationality and logical thinking. In his novella, Notes from the Underground, which is perhaps the first piece of existentialist literature ever written, Dostoevsky writes about an unhappy underground man who slowly distances himself from others, the reason being that he simply saw himself as a smarter person than others. The man is filled with contradictions and indecision. He's also very irrational and attentive to different gestures, which he often interprets the wrong way. The man is weak and isn't capable of living in a modern society. This book was a warning to people about the rise of national egoism and nihilism, as well as to show people that utopias simply don't work. Dostoevsky criticized totalitarian regimes way before their rise, which shows his brilliance. Possibly the biggest irrational trait that the underground man possesses is his love for suffering and pain. In his notes, he provides us with the example of a toothache. We often scream because of it, but not because it helps us, but because we want to pass our suffering to other people. We often seek revenge, and by the time we accomplish our goal, it doesn't matter to us anymore. Like the underground man, we're often caught up in useless dramas because of our ego. Dostoevsky believes that suffering is essential to one's well-being, and therefore scientific utopias where everything was carefully done and measured are not only impossible, but also dangerous, and if implemented, dozens of lives would become meaningless in an instant since, as the writer points out, people are ungrateful. We won't be thankful for a perfect world since our lives would lose their worth. With all said and done, people are still dreaming about a perfect world on a daily basis, not thinking about the consequences it may bring with it. As for Dostoevsky, he would go on to write many similar masterpieces such as Crime and Punishment and The Idiot, which focus on similar issues.